decide, all of you decided to come today to come and learn. After learning, you go out and do it, because power, knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. All right. Coming together is the beginning. Working together is progress. Staying together is success. What is success? Success is progressive realization of worthy goals. What is our goal in life? What is our goal in super life? Our goal is to help a lot of people out there, because you can get anything in life you want if you help enough other people to get what they want. People don't care how much you know. They only want to know how much you care. Dr. Maha always to say success is not what you see in others, but what you see in yourself with the help of others. We come here week in, week out to help each other to achieve our goals. All right. Today, we are blessed to have a person, DR.OFORI, that's going to share with us. Yes. But before that, I would like to call who other than who is a better person to introduce the DR.OFORI other than my Sifu, my guru, Dr. Mahadevan. All right. Over to you, sir. Dr. Maha. Super life. Life is super.
Okay, super life is super. Just give me a minute.
Hello?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Upon
Maybe I cannot hear you, sir. You have to
Hello?
unmute. Dr. Maha, you have to unmute yourself. Wait a minute, yeah. Dr. Maha is going to unmute himself. Or you want me to call somebody first before for sharing or something?
Just give me a minute.
I think, yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, DR.OFORI already unmute himself.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Not
Can you
clear.
hear me now?
Now, okay.
All right. Super life is super.
Yes.
Nice. DR.OFORI is here. I like to introduce you to him. Today is going to be a weekly session. Remember, super life is all about health and wealth. In fact, our number one health is our wealth. If we don't have your health, nobody can help us. Nobody can help us. I was reading an article which said the best relative for us is our body. The relative that can be until the end for you. Even when you're dead, your body is thinking nobody will come near you, not your family, nobody will come near you, and it shouldn't come near you. Because once it dies, it will release a kind of a virus, kind of this thing. So today you're going to hear how to take care of your body. And during this pandemic, we have gone through a lot of stress. And this stress is killing people around the world. In Malaysia, there's a famous place where people could commit suicide. And last week, a lot of people committed suicide. And that is very sad to hear that. Very sad to hear. So people are committing suicide because they cannot stand the pressure they are getting, and they don't know how to handle the pressure. So we are having a doctor in the house. When I met him in Dubai, the love and affection that he showed, he almost broke my glasses because his heart was so strong and so powerful. Who could be a person to help understand how to handle our stress using the health and wealth system of life? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you DR.OFORI. Over to you, sir. You can start now, DR.OFORI. Are you okay, DR.OFORI?
It's not there.
He's having some technical.
Yeah.
Is my voice clear enough?
Yeah.
Is my voice clear enough?
It's like putus. It's like.
Okay, now I will set it my phone because.
Yeah, it's not smooth.
Dr. Ofori is okay.
His line is cut off, I think. It's not there.
All right, Super Live is super. At least I'm clear now upon.
Okay, double, boss.
Okay, now okay.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ofori, I think so, is trying to get in. Upon, if you notice him, please put him in again.
All right.
Because we need to put in co-host first. So, ladies and gentlemen, our health is our number one wealth. If you can have the best of things in life, you can have the best of idea. If you don't have a body to help you to get it, then nothing can happen to you. In Super Life, we are focusing both, guys. We are focusing both. We are focusing on health and we are focusing on wealth. So today we have Dr. Ofori, a medical doctor. The beauty about this medical doctor is so affectionate, is so caring for people. And I felt that affection when I was in Dubai. 2 years I know him through Zoom, and our relationship came through Zoom. But when I met him there, he was like, we call him the gentle giant. And the way he came and hugged and the way he came and I realized that this is the doctor that we need in-house, guys. And Dr. Ofori has been in this business for some time, and he's already done his crown. So let me see. Once he comes in, I'm going to call him to come. In the meantime, I'm going to call a couple of people to share on the beauty about our business. And before I do that, I want to share with you a very important factor for you to consider while Dr. Ofori is preparing himself to come. This is very important for you to think, guys. Do not take our business lightly. Do not take your life lightly. They say life is what we got, but actually life is what we are. I repeat, life is what we are. I'm going to share with you how important our body is when it comes to talking about life. Without a body, there's no life, guys. You can talk about anything, but if there is no body, there's no life. Okay? So this is the article that I like very much. And this article, we must understand it. Here, this master from India, he says, who is your life partner? And mom, dad, wife, son, husband, daughter, friends, not at all. So that means our life partner is not our mom, not our dad, not our wife, not our son, not our husband, not our daughter, and not friends. Not at all. Your real life partner is your body. Once your body stops responding, no one is with you. You and your body stay together from birth till death. What you do to your body is your responsibility. And that will come back to you. The more that will come back to you. The more you care for your body, the more your body will care for you. I repeat, the more you care for your body, the more your body will care for you. What you eat, what you do for being fit, how you deal with stress. This is our factor that we are going to do today. What you eat will give you balance. What you do to keep you fit will give you energy. But how you deal with stress is very, very important, guys. Today, we are in a world, we cannot run away from stress. And stress is the biggest factor and the biggest killer of all. The more the stress, the lesser the immunity. So if you want the immunity more, then you have to handle the stress. And then how much rest you give to it. It will decide how your body is going to respond. Remember, your body is your only permanent address where you live. Your body is your asset, liability, which no one else can share. Your body is your responsibility because you are the real life partner. Be fit, take care of yourself. Money comes and goes. Relatives and friends are not permanent. Remember, no one can help you, your body, other than you. And he has given some techniques that you can use to take care of your body. He called pranayama. Pranayama for lungs. Pranayama is like a Latin word, but this is Sanskrit. It's a very ancient word. Prana means life. Yama means death. They say in the ancient times, to live one has to die. So what you do in the morning when you get up, you have to hold your breath for a while, and you can go into YouTube, deep breathing exercise. Pranayama is nothing but deep breathing exercise. And how you inhale and exhale, you must be conscious of that. And that is very good for your lungs, guys. This pandemic came to make us realize how important our breath is. Our breath is the elixir of life. If you get up in the morning, you got breath, you got life. No breath, no life. But most of us are wasting our breath away. By being angry, you're also using too much of your breath. They say anger is a D away from danger. You can get angry, but you should not get attached to angry. You can get angry, but you shouldn't get attached to angry. That means the anger shouldn't control you. You should control the anger. The other thing is, you should not use your breath for jealousy. A lot of people are jealous of other people's success now. And that is the biggest killer of all killer, guys. Napoleon Hill says there are 6 ghosts that kills us from success. And the first ghost is jealousy. So instead of jealousy, you should have zealousy. You should be zealous of other people's life, other people's success. So this is where we lose our breath. And sometimes too much of talking, too much of unwanted thing, we're losing our breath, guys. So get up in the morning, 10 minutes of good exercise of your breathing exercise will be good for you. And breathing exercise has got nothing to do with meditation. Meditation is different, breathing exercise is different. Meditation is you're calming your mind. You're calming your mind. There are a lot of, I see a lot of classes now in YouTube where they teach you how to mind, and all these are done by Americans, and we can learn from them. And meditation is very important. What is meditation? When I'm putting my body, mind, and soul to talk to you now, I'm in the state of meditation. If you're listening to me 100%, you are in the state of meditation. When 2 people are interacting and there is no thoughts in between, we are in the state of meditation. And that is why your children will tell you, Mommy and Papa, you're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. Because they are listening to you in a state of meditation. Your mind is somewhere else. You are not listening to them. So you're not listening to the heart that's talking to you. That's what it means. So if you're in a state of meditation, instead of talking to the mind, you'll be talking to the heart. And instead of listening from your mind, you'll be listening from your heart. And how do you get to that state? You have to do practice every day, guys. You have to practice silence every day. 10 minutes breathing exercise, 10 minutes silence exercise. And yoga for body. What's yoga for body? Is nothing but exercising the body, making the body to move, making the body to stretching. Your stretching, all that is called yoga. Yoga means one with the one. You're becoming one with the one using your body. Then walking. Walking is for the heart, guys. You see, there is a doctor in Bangalore, and he is about 84 years old. He is a heart specialist. He is a heart specialist. And he said this: never stop walking, never start jogging, and never stop walking. He said jogging is quite bad for your body, your heart especially, because your heart is pumping and when you're jogging. But if you walk, or brisk walking is very, very important. So walking for the heart. Of course, good food for your intestines. We see food, we eat. There's a call in Malaysia, they're saying we see food, we eat. We don't even count whether the body wants the food or not. Sometimes your body will be craving for certain kind of food because the body lacks certain kind of trace minerals, certain kinds of vitamins, certain kinds of things. So you have to listen to your body first before you eat. Think for a while what you really want to eat. So good food for your intestine. Good thoughts for your soul. Because you see, your thoughts are harming your soul. What is soul, guys? It's a light energy within you. S-O-U-L is source of universal light. Don't link with the soul with any religious factor. That is different. That is a personal relationship with whoever you want, you are related to, whoever you're communicating in your heart. That is a personal relationship. The soul I'm talking about is source of universal light. I call it the inner CEO. If the inner CEO is happy, you will be happy. The Greeks call this enthos. Enthos means God within. And that's from that word we have enthusiasm. Excitement is outside factor. Enthusiasm is inside factor. I give a child a car to play. The child is excited. But a child comes running to me and give me a hug and says, Mommy, I just want to hug you. Papa, I want to just hug you. I feel so joyful. That is enthusiasm. So we have been trained to a lot of excitement outside factor, but we are not trained how to use inside out, our enthusiasm. And this business is all about enthusiasm based, guys. You connect with your own heart so that your heart can connect with other hearts in the world. Then good karma for world. What is karma? Karma, don't confuse with any race or religion, guys. Kar means action. Ma means energy, ultimate energy. So action based on ultimate energy. You surrender your life to certain energy that you have trusted, and that energy could be coming from any part of worship that you have taken. It could be part of Islam, part of Christianity, part of Buddhism, part of Islam. So many isms we have. Which part you take, that's a personal relationship. But once you surrender to the part, take action to do good for others. And our industry is all about doing good for others, guys. Health-wise, wealth-wise, and freedom-wise. We are going to give people all that. So I'm going to now call upon Dr. Ofori. I hope he's already in here. How to capitalize and maximize Superlife powerful system to help you to take care of your own body, not another person's body. You're not eating for take care of your neighbor's body. You're not eating SCC30, putting under your tongue not to take care of your wife's body, your son's body, or children's body. It's your own body. So we came up in 2017. We said, my health is my wealth. My wealth is my family's health. How healthy I am, then I can contribute for the healthiness of my family, for the wealthiness of my family. So it's all my factor. KEY. I am the key for everything. If you close your eyes, there's no world, guys. If you open eyes, there is world. So you are the factor and you are the key factor, KEY. So keep empowering yourself. K means key. Keep empowering yourself. So we have STC30 to empower you physically. We have what is that? Superlife SLWC global system to empower you financially, okay, or wealth-wise. So who is Techno FB? Dr. Ofori, if you're in, can you please put your hands up so that I can see you? Because the 61 of you. So I need to see his. Dr. Ofori, are you Techno?
Yeah.
Or he's here now?
Yeah,
Dr. Ofori is here.
now. Yeah, he's here now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Dr. Ofori, I'm going to put Dr. Ofori into that. Once he starts speaking, please do not put your hands up. If you have any questions to ask, please ask us after the session. Whoever puts their hands up now, you can ask, you can chat with us and send the question to us. We will answer you. Okay. While he's talking, please listen, guys. Please allow your heart to listen. Do not interfere. Bring in your mind to interfere. No logic. The logic is the one that stops us from becoming successful. Listen logically. Listen with your heart emotionally. Then use logic to get what you want. I repeat. Use your heart to listen. Use your logic to get it done. Okay. So your why to do is strong enough. Your how to do will be easy enough. So ladies and gentlemen, now finally I give you Dr. Ofori. Okay, Dr. Ofori, you can go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Maha, for this opportunity. Sorry for the network issue, and I'm happy to
you're loud and
see
clear.
you online today after my trip. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Nathaniel Ofori. I'm a medical officer and also a clinical coordinator for my hospital. 2019, I met Superlife opportunity, which was presented to me by a colleague of mine at the work, and then I joined. But one of the things that is passionate to me now is that I see a lot of people who are harnessing on energies that are based on problems, not solutions. So Dr. Maha called me last week and I decided that why don't we talk about stress management? Because it's very, very powerful and it affects our body in ways that are beyond our imagination. Now, on this slide, there's something you see, which is very powerful to me when I was in Dubai. And I realized that the disparity of mindset with people who live in
Dr. Ofori, your bandwidth is a bit low. You just have to adjust yourself.
You conform to how you think. So after coming back to my hospital, I did a presentation on stress, and a lot of people were even amazed because I didn't even know that some stress can make some people have a super life opportunity to manage the stress levels, the causes of it, how it presents for advocacy, what you can do individually in order to manage your stress. Together, Dr. Maha, I hope I'm audible. Thank you. Through the year 2020, my brother, you are a victor because you've been able to manage stress. 2020 was the epitome of what stress is. It's not the theoretical part, it was the practical realization that everybody, no matter who you are, your body can be stressed. Are you together? So if all of us here alive live through 2020, so we are all victors. Just that we were not aware that we can manage stress. Are you together? So long as you live through the year 2020, you are a victor. You are victorious, and I applaud everybody for the measures we all put in place, contributing to the overall diminish of COVID in certain parts of the world. So thank you very much. So COVID-19 was a classical thing, but within that period, there was an adjustment we needed to do in our life. That adjustment has brought positive results in some people's life, and others have still finding it difficult post-COVID era how to live. So I hope this presentation addresses that. First of all, I just want to go through the WHO definition of stress. Then we'll bring it to our normal level of understanding it. So they said that stress constitutes a threatened homeostasis triggered by intrinsic or extrinsic adverse forces, which are stresses, and they are counteracted by intricate repertoire of physiological and behavioral responses aiming to reestablish the optimal body equilibrium. All that means is that the body is in a state of equilibrium, meaning that so long as your body cells are functioning at optimal level, you will be okay. But within the body itself, there are certain triggers or stresses that can cause it to deteriorate, and the body will respond. Some of the forces are external, which you have no control over. And when those stresses are coming into the body responds either physiologically, which will manifest as diseases, or behavioral. And I got to understand certain behaviors of people are because they don't know how to manage stresses. Right, together, I have a classical global icon who was under stress, and from that time has not been able to cope. And we use his as a case study. So the responses would aim at restoring you to your normal level or optimal level. But if you are not able to have strategies to maintain eustasis or the equilibrium you are talking about, so one of the things you have to identify as a human being is that regardless of whatever you do, the body will be under stress. You cannot escape yourself away from stress. Your body will be stressed. And one of the conditions of stress is death. If you hear a news, you can be very vibrant. You get a phone call and they tell your mom, your dad, your uncle, your best friend that you were with yesterday has just passed on. And that news is, even though it's audible, you just heard it in your ear, but it changes your mood. You begin to cry, your mood changes, you have loss of interest, and the rest. Are you together? One of those moments happened to me when I finished in medical school, when I completed and I graduated. 3 days after my graduation, the person died. So from that moment, it changed my behavior and how I approach life. Because once I was in school, my mentality was that, oh, I have time. When I finish school, I'll be able to repay this person in a very magnificent way and show my appreciation. I didn't know that 3 days after my graduation, the person who advocated for me to be, mentality has always been that I don't have time. I thought I had time, but that death of that loved one made me realize I do not have, within the pace that people might think, oh, there's time. I want to do things very fast, get it done, and move on to the next phase of life. Are you together? So some people don't have that. After the news of a death relative or a loved one, they just deteriorate. some of the stresses are you need to be at work at a specific time. If you don't manage your time and you are not coping to that mechanism, it can be very stressful, particularly with people who do long hours at work and retire home very late, don't even have time for their family and their friends. So time grow up and then issues of you being a deviant is noted. I now understand why Mother's Day is well celebrated globally in the world space than Father's Day, because your children don't get to have time with you. They spend most of their time with their mothers. They don't spend time with their fathers. And so they grow up and they are more attached to their mothers. And so when Mother's Day is happening, they celebrate it, but Father's Day can even elapse and they didn't even realize it. Are you together? It's because in the life of a child, time, allocation of time to your child is very, very important. If you don't do that, at the time they reach adolescence, they are moving on to another phase where they are looking for boyfriends, girlfriends, to look for solicitations, and you do not value in their life at that time. Are you together? So as individuals, we need to take cognizance of this fact and move. There are certain times you have. That time when it passed, the golden opportunity is past. Now, stress can be good. When COVID came, people had to develop new skills, and that new skills is paying off in 2022 and beyond. So the ability to adapt is something that a lot of people do not have the strategies and coping mechanisms. But whenever a stress situation comes in, you need to find ways of solving them. And that might develop certain skills which you had it inherent, but you were not even aware of. Prolonged bouts of stress can affect you health-wise if you're not able to cope with it. So there are certain stresses. For example, someone is growing up, he reaches age 50 years, they tell you you have prostate cancer. How are you able to identify you have prostate cancer? You feel the urge to urinate, but the urine doesn't come. You struggle before urine passes by. You go and do a test and they tell you your prostate is enlarged. Why is it that it's at age 50 that the prostate is enlarged? Because the body got insulted, or there was a stressor in the body that it has accumulated for over 40 years. At that 50 years, the body said, no, I can't cope with it again. Then it gives you that pronounced stressor called cancer of the prostate, of the breast, and the rest. So you understand, if you don't have a coping mechanism to even identify that these things you are doing have a consequential effect on your body, then it's going to affect you very much. So one of the ways of managing stress is the fight and flight response. If no matter how tired you are, if you are sleeping and you are woken that your house is on fire, you will not continue to sleep. You move out. The energy you have to work out, you don't know where you had it from. So it's because the body has something in it called adrenaline that it produces for responses towards danger. And those responses do not come unless they are stimulated. And everybody has it. You just have a stimulant. You just need a stimulant for you to know that there's something in you that you need a response to. Are you together? So everybody have a mechanism to address stress, just that the stimulus, it won't come because you feel like it. No, you need a stimulus that will bring out your ability to respond. So stress management gives you a range of tools, and that will reset your body's system, which we call the alarm system. High levels. I hope I'm not going too fast. High level of stress leads to serious health challenges. High level of stress leads to serious health challenges. As an individual, if you do not sense it, then it becomes very, 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 very problematic to you. So this is a pictorial diagram that I picked that I want to use it to address. All of us are individual. Judging people about the way they act because we do not understand the root cause of their behavior or manifestation of disease. Each individual is made up of genes, and these are codings or inheritance you pick from your family, your father, your mother, your grandfather, your grandmother, and your descendants above. Those genes are now put into you. You were born with it. You can't control that. Now, the environment where you grew up, where you develop, also has an issue. So sometimes, if you want to, the genes are things you cannot change. Some people are born tall, some people are born short, some people are born fair, some people are born dark, some people are born very brilliant, some people are born, they have to struggle before they get certain concepts. But sometimes it is the environment. Our bodies were not developed in environment where high performance with experiences before you push your body now, tune your mind that no, this thing is possible. Some people don't see possibilities in activities they do, and for some people it takes them long hours before they can even make quality decisions. So individual differences are there. Some also come out of the work they are doing, the home they are staying, and even the neighborhood. It affects you because all this sends information to the brain. All your environment, your development, your experience, the work that you do, your home, your neighborhood, it sends information into your brain because you get those stimulus every single day. Now the brain processes it and brings you a response. Some people, because of that, they see a lot of people smoking in their environment, so they think it's normal. They start smoking at a teen age. Some people start taking alcohol. Some people look at exercise because every morning where they are staying, people are going on jogging. So they begin to pick those attributes passively without even any active decision. But some people who are not born with this cascade of events have physiological burden because you go into an environment and you are told to do A, B, C, which you've not been accustomed to. So it gives you what you call allostatic load. Allostatic load, something that you cannot phantom. Then the system has now brought it to you as a demand on you for you to be successful. So if you don't have an adaptation or a strategy or a modality to cope, your body's response to it can even give you stress. So the case study I want us to discuss is this guy. He's called Adriano. He's a Brazilian. He was playing for Inter Milan, a football team in Italy. Now he was very, very prolific striker. He won the number 9 jersey. Number 9 jersey has been won by Ronaldo in Brazil, and he was very prolific. He won several caps for Inter Milan. But one day he received a call that his father is dead, and he was so much attached to the father. From the moment he heard that his father was dead, he couldn't play for a drunkard, someone who can life events, one developmental adaptation that he didn't have. His behavior now changed into drinking. So he started drinking, and currently he's very, very obese, very, very obese, very, very obese and broke. So a recent survey by Health Atma, a magazine in the UK, revealed that just under a quarter of people, because of the stress that they have, they lash out. They show their stress as anger on others, and in their communication, you get to know that these guys are angry. Then they'll tell you, this is how I am. No, that's not how you are. There are things that are stressing you that is giving you the results you are getting. Commonly too, some stresses in certain parts of the world is because of lack of finances. People get stressed because we don't have financial capacity in order to cope with the daily life needs. Some people, the work that they do also give them stress. Others to family. The family can be extended or even nuclear, and even romantic relationship in young guys, particularly with people who do not have stable relationship. Other studies done by Stress Pulse Survey have also categorized the main causes of stress, and 46% of the stress came from workload. So many of the people working in corporate world are stressed, but most of them do not even know. The other things is relationship with people. Right, together, relationship with people. There are certain relationships people are keeping that is about 28%, the highest after the 46%. The next is people who juggle between jobs, people who do not focus on one thing. They do this for some time, they get bored, and they move on to something else, and their lives are not started. Their dynamism is good, but you need focus in order to bring the result your life needs. So people do so much thing, but you can't quantify it if it's really, really, really worth the time that they put in, and it's become very stressful. Only 6% was due to lack of job security, because in post-COVID era, a lot of people are working under contracts. They work for some companies at the end of the year, their term of office is terminated. And so even though they are working, they don't have joy in what they are doing, because at the end of the year, they will not be as they are friends, because they mean, and this is holistic nervous system where it constitutes the brain and the issue. So you can have people with headache coming with headache. Every time they come to the hospital, they tell your doctor, I have headache. You give them all the opioids you think of, but it's not going. It's because of the stress. You remove the stressor and the headache is gone. Some people will feel dizzy. Some people will begin to have psychosocial behavior like attention deficit hyperactive disorder. They can't focus on anything in life. Anything they touch, they destroy it and move on. Some people become anxious, irritable, fight with people, shows anger and panic whenever they are fired, because they are not able to produce results. Some people, for example, if you're a student and you don't prepare very well and you're going for an exam, some people have tension, and it's all stressing the body out. The stress that you produce causes something in our body called adrenal cortex to produce cortisol. And the cortisol produces a lot of fats, begin to get heavy or obese, and it's also affect their digestive system. Some people get constipation because of stress. Some people gain weight, some people become obese. Some people, it affects their sexual orientation. Sexual orientation is because of the stress that they go in. And some people even get muscle weakness, fatigue, and pain all over the body. Are you together? So what can you do as an individual in order to deal with stress? First of all, you need to identify and deal with the cause. Everybody's stress level is different. So just sit down and monitor what you do within 24 hours, and the things that you feed your mind on that is causing you stress. Beware of negative self-talk, because sometimes people impose their negativity on you, and you respond with a negative or an opposite. People will relate with you based on whether they see that you value them and you respect them. If you don't respect the people around you, and if you don't value them, they don't give you the same response. Right, together, you have to sit down and start blocking negative thoughts that come into your head. Negative, because it becomes involuntary. It enters your subconscious mind and keep telling you are not worthy. You get low. Don't think you are worth enough in order to do something great. You see people achieving ranks, and you don't think you can achieve it. No, take that thing from your mind. You have to stop those thoughts in your mind and engage in positive self-talk, restrict worrying, because a lot of people worry, but channel it into problem solving. These challenges that you are facing, what can you do about it? If you can do something about it, engage in those activities, and the response will be phenomenal. Learn to talk things over with someone you trust. You all need psychosocial support. You can't do this all alone. You need someone guiding you, someone who is believing and rooting for you that you can do it. Get someone you trust. right, together. Now don't fight the inevitable. There are things which will happen in life. One of it is death. You can't control life. People around you, or you may even die. So when you hear one bad message, because then to release tension by going for programs where there's humor and there's laughter, areas where there are positive energy, when people life shouldn't be all about problems. Go to environment where there's laughter, where there is community that is built, where people appreciate each other and the rest, right, together. So now let's use this assessment by Holmes and Reeds, skill stress, for you to know if there are certain things in your life you can do that can address the stresses in your life, avoid in your environment that causes you stress. Can you take control of your environment by avoiding those things? Are there people who bother you that you can avoid so that you get your sanity? You need your sanity to live. Learn to say no. Some people accept every responsibility which they are not mandated to do. Learn to say no. You can't do everything. Know the things you can do. Know your strength, know your weaknesses, and stop letting people impose their responsibilities on you. Learn to say no. You need the sanity of your mind to grow, right, together. So ditch part of your list, because before you make a list of things you want to do, it should be SMART. SMART is SMART. The first is the first S stands for simple. This thing that you want to do, is it simple? Can it be broken down to the simplest form where you do the basics? By doing these basics, it will give you the result. Is it simple? Right, together. Now the M is measurable. Can it be measured? So that people who do the same thing that you did will produce the same results that you also get. Is it achievable? Is it realistic? And is it time bound? Right, together. Now, people by last year and then had their 2022 goals, but we are 6 months in the year. Yes, so because their goals were not simple, they were not measurable, they were not achievable, they were not realistic and time bound, they are still holding on to the possibility. The year will end and you've not still achieving it. So break things down and prioritize them and ditch the things that you don't really need. The next thing is alter. The second A is alter. How do you alter? People who communicate, learn to talk to someone you trust by communicating your feelings to them so that they can guide you because of the challenges you are facing. They've also faced some before. Manage your time better by setting priorities and your workload. There are some things, if you are vibrant, some people work vibrantly in the morning. So the chunk of the things you are supposed to do should be in the morning. Some people do very well in the evening. So know the personality you are. And prioritize so that time that people are very productive may not be according to your alarms and gentlemen. Set limits in advance. Everybody was calling me morning, afternoon, evening, midnight. I couldn't even sleep. But one day I sat down and I said, no, let me do something about this before I even kill myself. And I said, timelines that people in my team should call me. Timelines. If you are calling me, it should be at this time. At this time. If you call me at that time, I respond to you. Any other time, I don't take those calls. So you need that, because you see, it depends on what others are doing. Some people are doing Super Life full time. I'm doing Super Life part time. Is it I'm in the theater, I am studying, I am at a workshop, or I'm organizing seminars, clinical meetings, and the rest. So I find it rude telling people I'll pick, but there are certain times you call me, I don't pick because I have timelines. People who know me know the time to call me. Any other time I don't pick. Set timelines for yourself, right, together. And you must have personal time. Time with that it is for you. Time that is for me, that I work on myself. This is what I do at this time. Nobody engages in that. And it will help you, my brother. It will help you. You also need your sanity. The next A is accept. Accept to talk with someone. You see, part of the problem is that you think you don't have a problem. Everybody has a problem on this planet Earth. Everybody has a problem. Your ability to acknowledge that this is a problem is even number one. Learn to talk to someone. You can't do this all alone. Learn to forgive. You know, people hold on to issues because someone did something to them in Dubai, and someone said something and it was offensive. I remember someone that I met in Dubai. The first day we went there, he was looking at me, and we were very joyful. And I looked at the guy. Sorry, it was a lady. I looked at the lady and I told her, please, I know you. Your name is, I won't mention the name. You are my face. You are my friend on Facebook. She just said hi and left. I how I categorize her. So she left. You get it. But there are others who were very friendly towards me, and I vibed. You just have to forgive people and let them go. There are people you never even meet in your life after some time. Together. So learn to forgive. Don't hold on to things because someone said something to you that offends your images, offends your status, offends who you are as a person. My brother, no matter who you are, you will not be alive forever. You will die. So learn to let things go. So that you live long and see your great grandchildren and the rest of them. I have one modality. I always say, remove. So learn from your mistake. Things that you did, assess it, whether it gave you the results we were looking for. If it isn't giving you the results, change it. Because when you are starting again, you are not starting afresh. You are starting with experience. You are not starting afresh. So every month, reignite your business, because whatever you did the previous month, that didn't give you the result. So when you start again the next month with a mistake, together. The last is in my last training with I'll also focus on the standard reframe from issues. Things that are not issues shouldn't be issues to have. Christians have this quote when I was in school, and it was very powerful to me whenever they said it. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. When I came into network marketing, more than 70% of people who are successful in network marketing are women. Then I understand it. So even this thing is biblical, together. So adapt a mantra. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. Nobody can be you. Of all the 5 billion people in the world, there's only one person with the genetic code that you have. Nobody has it. Everybody is unique. Together. Create an asset column. People in your life that gives you value. People in your life that gives you value. And put aside the liabilities and focus on the people in your life that gives you value, and have a very big picture. Very big picture. Learn to work with everybody, because you don't need everybody, but you need to work with everybody. You don't need everybody, but you must learn to work with everybody. Choose the right technique, because in Psalm chapter 1 says that blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly. There are a lot of people who give you counsel, but some of the counsels are ungodly. Some of the techniques are ungodly. Some of the techniques do not produce results. So get the counsel from the right people, and my brother, my sister, you will be doing well. I hope you're enjoying the presentation. Let's move on. So find a support system. Find a support system in your business, and Dr. Maha provides support system for the team. I also provide support system for my team. People who are close to me knows the value I offer them anytime I speak. Connect socially. You need positive people in your life. Connect socially. I will show you a guy. One of the things that amazed me in 2020 when I decided to do personal development were people who had value in my life that I have never seen with my eyes before. One of it was called Steve Hackney. This guy I've never even seen before, but the guy spoke to me on social media, and my mind was blown away. Coach CK, someone from Kenya, I don't even know him. He spoke to me online, and my mind was blown away. Grant Cardone, blown away. I said, wow, these guys are powerful. So I pick a lot of my stuff from these guys. Every day I go online and I don't go and listen to Grant Cardone, Steve Hackney, and these guys. Whenever I'm down, I connect with them on their social media platform, and boom, I'm energized. Sometimes I think I'm working, but when I go and listen to those people, I realize I'm not even working. Because their standards are high. They don't tolerate mediocrity. Right, together. So now take care of yourself first before you can take care of others. Eat healthy food. You need to eat balanced diet, so that your body needs to well nourished. Whenever I'm doing clinical assessment on my patients in the hospital, the way to assess anemia is sometimes looking under a patient eye, looking under a patient palm. And I tell people, the way to know that is you have to compare your palm to the patient palm. So if your palm is malnourished, don't compare it to the patient palm together. So you need a basis, and that basis is you the clinician. So you use your palm against the patient palm to know where the level of low blood is even together. So you as a clinician even need to eat very well before you can even tell that, please, madam, you are malnourished, or please, you are malnourished together. So ladies and gentlemen, let's work very, very assiduously towards our health because it's key. Learn to exercise regularly because exercise is good. Exercise is good. Learn to exercise regularly. I have started regular exercise, and I hope you also do. You never know. Sometimes the workload is too much that we don't even exercise regularly. Get plenty of sleep. Get plenty of sleep. Get plenty of sleep. It is needed for you. It is needed for you. You'll be doing very, very well. Dr. Maha, please get plenty of sleep. I beg you, everybody should get plenty of sleep. At least get at least 4 hours of quality sleep. 4 hours of quality. Plenty sleep doesn't mean 8 hours. No, don't do that. 4 hours of quality sleep. And give yourself a break if you feel you are stressed out. Everybody's genetic coding is different. What stressed me out might not even be a stress to you. One day, I had an experience in theater. Someone who had never seen a patient being operated on was asked to come to theater and assist with the case. Whilst we were doing the case, the person was having a first-hand exposure of how we operate in theater. The thing the guy was seeing with his eyes, he collapsed in theater. Together. So the thing that is normal to me, we call it habituation, decreased responsiveness as a result of continuous stimulus. This, if you do the thing over and over and over again, it becomes easy for you. So because I've seen patients being operated on over and over again, when I go to theater and someone is being operated on, I don't collapse. But if I bring you to theater with me right now, you might collapse together. So give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. Maintain a normal routine, things that makes you feel normal as an individual. So there's this serenity prayer that is very dear when we were young. We used to pray about. I've realized that it makes sense when I wanted to present on change the things I can change, the serenity to accept the things I can't change, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things which are in your powers to change. There are things which are not within your powers to change. So get the wisdom to know the difference and work on the things that is in your power. And you'll be very influential in your field of interest. Now, create a culture that promotes stress management. Now, manage the mindset that says, I don't have time. You really have time. You have 24 hours a day. If you spend 4 hours sleeping, you have 20 more hours to work. So you can really have time for exercise. You can really have time for sleep. You can really have time for training and all that together. So manage your stress whilst it is happening, because if you don't manage it, it will compound. It will compound over time. It will compound over time. And at the time that it compounds, you may not have any influence over it. Address the underlying source of the stress. Address the cause of it, not the symptom or the sign or the feature that is presented. If you address the cause, you'll be able to adapt very, very well. So one of the things that I spoke of is time pressure. And a lot of people are spending most of their time at the workplace together. And the work that they are doing is not paying so much income to address their needs. So even though they are spending so much time at work thinking they are providing for their family, they are losing other essentials because the income they are getting are not in consonance with their responsibilities. So now, is there anything that Super Life does or you are expected to do that will give you extra source of income to buttress it? If it does, then Super Life is something you have to take serious heed to together. Is it giving you positive friends all over the world? Are you getting organized when you have product that is with your extra source of free advice on how to personally release stress. Free advice on how to personally release stress. Number one. I spoke about this model that I wish everybody would adapt to. Adopt, adapt, abandon. Adopt, adapt, abandon. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't practice this model, it's going to be very difficult for you. Anytime you are under stress, find a strategy to override it. Either than that, you are going to struggle. Now, whatever you adapt to the things that are giving you efficient results, and the things that do not give you efficient results, abandon it. So Jim Rohn stated this quote. He says, be a student, not a follower. So be a student, not a follower. Take interest in what someone says. Then you debate it, you ponder it, and you consider it from all angles, so that the thing that you are doing is not because someone told you to do ABC. It's because you have pondered over it. So you have adopted it, you have adapted it, and you have abandoned those that are not for you. Are you together? Thank you. Now, Eric Worre, the master of network marketing training on a global scale, will say that it is not other things that need to change. There are certain things you don't have power over. The things that needs to change is you. So when you want better results, when you change, the results will be better. Are you together? So it's not other things that needs to change. Work on yourself, and the results will come drastically. Are you together? Thank you. I'm here and speak about 20 years. It's not going to come back again. It's past and gone. But if you don't have guidance for life, you reach age 40, age 50, age 60, and you'll be regretting decisions you took when you were 20 years or 30 years, because you took it literally, not knowing that it had consequences. Right together, because each and every one each day is giving what you call a choice. You have every day you make a lot of choices. You have a choice whether to do super life seriously, or you have a choice not to call somebody. You have a choice to speak to 5 people a day or 20 people at yourself. You have a choice to market it on your social media platforms, or a choice not to do that together. But each choice that you are making is together. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Tuka Solomon, one of my mentors online. He says that you need to have passion. To have consistent passion, you need to love what you do. Otherwise, it will be considered very, 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 very stressful. And the problem with people is that, you see, sometimes the things we love most are things that actually are not rewarding. But the things that you don't love, if it is rewarding, give that thing that is not rewarding a passion. Love it. Are you together? You have to draw the line. Draw the line. This thing, this super life, I don't understand it, but it pays. This super life, I don't understand it. It's giving me network. This super life, I don't understand it. It is giving people health. I've seen transitioning in people's life. One day I was there when I called one guy in my team, and he called to thank me. Dr. Ofori, thank you very much. Right now, I can afford to pay my own accommodation. At first, I needed to borrow, but because you introduced me to Super Life, you trained me. Now this year, I've paid my rent without taking a loan. I've bought a laptop, I bought an iPhone, I've done this, and the guy was so happy. Are you together? So this thing that we are doing is rewarding people in other fields. So you'll be a blessing. Don't worry. Just have a passion for this thing. It will not be stressful. Now we all live on one planet, Earth, but we don't not live in the same world. This is something that on planet Earth, but we don't live in the same world. Now, for those of you who still remember your mathematics, just 30 seconds. Let's try to solve this mathematical equation. Let's try to solve this mathematical in the next 30 seconds. So that people get to understand the variation from school and the variation from life. Hello. Hello. Are we done? So can we have the answers? If you have your answer, just put it on the page.
People are typing 248, 648.
Okay. Okay.
I'm free to
so
put it everyone.
Okay, so let me see if I.
Okay, the answers are coming. 36,
Okay.
2, 264.
36.
Okay, 36, 2, 264, 648, 2.
Okay.
Minus 2.
It's okay.
288.
It's okay. Come on. So let's use this to. I just want you to tune your mind to something that school system don't teach us. This one you learn it in. We call it the practicality of life. It's not taught in the classroom. So when you go to school, school will give you a syllabus that 1 + 1 is 2, right together. There's no way you write 1 + 1 as 3. Anybody will mark you correct. So we have something called board mass, and board mass in the things that are in the bracket first. So now, if you work on the things that are in the bracket, if you add 9 + 3, you get 12, right together. And if you multiply 12 by 2, you get 24. Now, if you divide, the answer will be 2. Your answer will be 2. The problem with that is that is the norm. Now, somebody can come to life and says that, no, I have this problem, but I'm going to define my own term, and said, okay, let me divide 48 by 2 and get 24. Let me add 9 + 3 and get 12. Do you get it? So now the same question of 48 divided by 2, 9 + 3 is giving a response of 2 and another response of 288. So don't you think there are things people are doing that is giving them results, even though they have 24 hours, just like you? Are you together? It is giving them a different response. So ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know that we are living in the same planet Earth, but the responses we are getting are not the same. It's because system, our mind has been tuned to system, do this, do that, do that. But when you come to life, there are other opportunities that people don't even consider. It is real, right? For a company to be paying someone $1 million under 5 years, right, together, because what you are told is that work hard, go to school, get a degree, get the job, get the titles, get to final results, right, together. And that is what the whole mass is doing. But what we are doing gives us 288, even though the question is the same. So ladies and gentlemen, the response is in your hand. I'm just summarizing by saying that we sometimes underestimate the impact of stresses in our life. As human beings, we can handle a lot without falling apart. However, it may be time to consider seeking assistance if any of us have the signs and symptoms of stress. That serious fun is for serious people. Even if you want to release stress, it's serious. It is serious. It is serious. God bless you. My name is Dr. DR.OFORI. Life is super.
Thank you, Dr. .OFORI. You were super awesome. And I tell you guys, this talk is a must for everyone to hear, especially during this time, because the pandemic is real. What's happening around us is real. When it's going to go, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody can give us a point to say that this will be crystal, everything will be cleared by this time. Nobody can tell that. We are still needed to wear the mask at our own risk. We are not. We can go on the open air without the mask, and then we can come into the room. We need to wear a mask. So it's all on totally up to us now. And this is what we said in 2017 when we started SLWC Global System. My health is my wealth. My health is my wealth. My wealth is my family's health. And bulk of our health depends on how we manage our stress, guys. And I'm going to ask, if you all have any question to ask, you can write the question down and Dr. Ofori will answer the question. Okay, if you have any questions, I allow three questions relating to stress management. You can ask Dr. Ofori now because he is a medically trained gentleman, authorized gentleman to talk about stress management before you get it. I repeat that. Stress is something we are all going through every day. And like what Anthony Robbins says, if it's a good stress, we call it eustress. E-U-S-T-R-E-S-S. Eustress. That means enthusiastic stress. I go through stress every day, but because I love what I do, that stress becomes favorable for me. So it's called enthusiastic stress. But if there's something that I don't want to do, but I'm forced to do, it's called distress. Distress. For an example, you made a choice, you got up this morning, you said, I'm going to do fasting today. I'm going to fast today. You made the decision. So once you made the decision, you accepted the decision 100%. So your body tunes itself to that decision you made, fasting. So the whole day, if you see food, you won't get saliva, you won't get everything because you made the decision and your pituitary gland accepted the decision, your pineal gland accepted the decision, and all other glands will give it to you. They become servants to that decision you made. But suppose you got up this morning, you really wanted food badly, but there's no food in the house. There's no food for you. Then you're starvation. So the difference between fasting and starvation is the decision you make. And one decision that you made to fast gives you eustress, enthusiastic stress. The other decision, because you wanted to eat, there is no food, gives you stress, distress. So guys, stress that can help you, stress that can go against you depends on you. So if you decide that Superlife is a full-time business, I'm going to do it seriously, even though if you're part-time, like Dr. Ofori, he's a full-time doctor, part-time Superlife, but I think so mentally he's already accepted. He's a full-time Superlife person. So wherever he is 100% there. And the equation is made. I always believe in that equation. He said time is favorable for me because I make it favorable for me. And I remember when we were in insurance days, we used to play the fool from January to February. It's January to November. December, we have to do the closing for the year. So we will divide December into two. Morning 1 hour, it'll be one day. Then after lunch, it'll be another day. So we make December like 2 months. So it's all our state of mind, guys. So I'm going to ask you, if you have any questions, you all can ask Dr. Ofori now regarding stress. And if you don't have, then I'm going to share something with you. How do you use our system to overcome what Dr. Ofori said or to complement with that? How Superlife can complement with that? Okay, guys, if you have any questions, you can put your hands up or you can type out because time is essential. And if you all can ask one-liner question, I allow you to ask. Otherwise, you just type your questions down, all right? So, and I'm going to call one person to share the feeling about 1 point you gain from this sharing of Dr. Ofori, okay? Because stress is a real thing. Stress is a real thing, especially during this pandemic. Many people are committing suicide because they couldn't take the stress. Many people just don't know what to do with their life because of the stress. We must thank the creator of all creation because we are given Superlife. And Superlife has given us a better decision to make every morning. So we don't go through stress, okay? And people like Dr. Ofori, being a busy doctor, very busy doctor, and yet he can find time to do and qualify for Crown Diamond. That is a beautiful thing that he did, guys. And he's got that right to share about how he manages his stress, doing what he loves to do, and yet he also does Superlife. Okay, so I want to get someone to share. I'll get, let me see if this person is here. Okay, Algum Tabitha. Algum Tabitha is from Papua New Guinea, our regular here. And I like this lady. Until today, I've not met her in person. The last two years or 2 years plus, she's been in Zoom with us. And then she has upgraded herself and she's growing in Super Life. And this is a lady who's going to be the first lady in Papua New Guinea, in a sense that she has seen the Super Life the right way and to make it a big way. Okay, Algum Tabitha, you can unmute, and I'm going to unmute you. You can share. Are you there, Algum Tabitha? Sometimes it's their line doesn't permit them to unmute also. Okay, let me see. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember, I'm going to share with you something like how to not to let stress to harm you, because this the world is going so fast that you cannot avoid stress. You cannot avoid stress. Okay, so Tabitha, you can talk now. You have unmuted.
Okay. Good night from Papua New Guinea. I'm Alungum Tabitha here. Thank you, Dr. Maha, for allowing me to share here. Okay. Thank you very much for the wonderful presentation by Dr. Ofori. Yes, I learned a lot about what he is talking now. Stress, what is stress, and how to overcome the stress, how to deal with stress. So this world today, everybody's going through stress, and I'm very happy that I came in at the right time to learn more about stress, even though as for me, I learned about how to take care of myself, how to always be happy, even though I go through stress, but I have to learn to feel happy all the time, laugh, enjoy myself, enjoy what I'm doing every day, and to be happy all the time, to love myself. And that's how I have to overcome stress and all this. So I'm very happy. Dr. Ofori has gave us a wonderful, wonderful a message that we can learn to overcome the stress. Okay, with Super Life, everything is super. I'm very happy and thankful to be part of this journey in Super Life world, and to myself as I come to join the system changes my life. I learned plenty new things through how to speak to myself, not to worry about anything, how to talk to universe and all this. Thank you, Dr. Maha, for all this wonderful teaching that you have teaches us, and we learn more about everything that I have never learned before. And through the network system, is very good products and everything. So I'm very happy and I'm proud to be part of this team and to be part of everybody around the world, Team Dominator. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening, and God bless you all. Good night from Papua New Guinea.
All right. Thank you so much, Tabitha. And, you see, the beauty about her is she comes, she listens, she learns, and then she spreads their energy. Slowly but surely, everyone will grow. Slowly but surely, everyone grows and grows in Super Life. Now, Dr. Ofori has told us that we can handle stress, and stress is manageable, and it's all totally up to us. In fact, they say life is not so much of what happens to you, but how you handle what happens to you. Life is not so much of what happens to you, but how you handle on what happens to you. And that's what life is all about. Now, if you see here, pandemic wellness awareness. The pandemic has made us realize that life is moment to moment, breath to breath. Every breath I have gives me the moment of now. And in this moment of now, I can either sit and worry about my life, or I sit and cry about my past, or have a fear of my future. But that moment will just slip away. As what is this? William Shakespeare said, time and tide waits for no man. Time and tide waits for no man. So you can let the time to slip away, like the sunglass here, or you can do something about the moment. Only you can do that. Nobody can do that for you. Nobody. Not your leader, not your upline, not your downline, not your sideline, not your anyone. Only you. So you are the key to this. So you have to keep empowering yourself, keep energizing yourself. And now with this pandemic, we realize everything is energy, guys. Everything is energy. Somebody asked a question there, Minha, I think so. How to share super life with people? Very simple, guys. You be super life. How to be super life? Be the product. How to be the product? Consume STC 30. Consume STC 30. If you don't consume STC 30, you won't speak from the heart. If you don't consume STC 30, you won't speak from the heart. You will speak like a third party talking about the product. Then people won't feel you. Feeling is the soil where ideas are planted. Feeling is the soil where ideas are planted. So if you want people to listen to you, your feelings are very important. That's how people fall in love. So this moment of now is a moment of love. So I have changed. No more law of attraction. Law of love attraction. If you love what you do, you will give your heart 100% to it. Then what happens? The universe will send the right knowledge for you at the right time, at the right place for you to get what you want. And if you love what you do, then universe will send for you the people that you need, the circumstance that you need, everything that you need to get what you want. And we call that in career-wise passion. You need passion to do this business. You need compassion to deal with people. So pandemic wellness awareness is next level momentum, and you have to transform yourself, guys. I call it transformational coaching. Be not of this world, be transformed. And during this pandemic, we were taught on that. So what is SLWC Global Franchise System? It's a system that's going to help you to change yourself to be in the moment of now. It's a system that's helping you to be in the moment of now. SL is super life. WC is wealth creation. What is the difference between wealth creation and salary, guys? If I exchange my time for someone every day, and I call that person my employee, that employee is going to use me and then to help him to get his goal and his dream. And then I service him, I serve him, then he gets his dream, I get my salary end of the month. And I'm called employee, salaried employee. And most of us were there. I was there for 8 years. Then I see myself not going very fast. I can be a millionaire there. It might take me 20 years. It might take me 30 years. It might take me 40 years. And it might even take me 50 years, depending on the salary or income I'm getting. But if I know how to create wealth, just like the employee I'm working with or working for, then what happens? I can save my time. I don't have to give the time to anyone. So if I'm making 5,000 a month, then if it's 10 months, 10,000, if I know how to, 10 months, it becomes 50,000. If I know how to make 50,000 in 1 month, I save 9 months of my life. And that is what we call wealth creation. Network marketing industry, which started 79 years ago, is not about income. It's about wealth creation, guys, wealth creation. And if you create wealth here, then what happens? You are going to help yourself. You're going to have your family and children. You're going to have the next generation with this powerful wealth creation that you can do. I like what Charles Shima said when I interviewed him in Dubai. And he is one of the first guys who joined with Mr. Ken when they started off in Dubai itself. To 2017 in a cruise in Dubai, that's where Superlife was born. And Charles Shima and a few of them were the beginners, the pioneers in this. And he told, you can even make $1 million a month. And that is a fact, guys. If you really work very hard with us, in the next 5 years, a lot of millionaires are going to create, and a lot of millionaires are going to make $1 million in a month also. And that's how the possibilities of Superlife, guys. If you see this the right way, you can go big way with us. So your stress management is all about financial management first. If you don't have wealth, you'll go to stress. So now I'm going to share with you, Superlife Wealth Creation is all about Superlife Wellness Care. Wellness Care. Dr. Ofori mentioned just now, what's wellness care? Wellness care is being happy in the moment of now. Being happy in the moment of now. I am happy, period, full stop. There's a question, am I happy because I'm singing, or am I singing because I'm happy? It always is nice for us to sing because I'm happy. So that is what Superlife Wealth Creation wants us to do, guys. Be happy and be in the moment of now. And if you're in the moment of now, your smile will become a genuine smile. It's not a fake smile. It becomes a very genuine smile because it's coming from your heart. And that's how we attract people. See me, I love everyone. So to answer Minhaj, who answered me, how do I approach people for supply? Your smile is your hallmark, guys. There's a saying in Chinese, if you cannot smile, don't open a shop. If you cannot smile, don't open a shop. If a physical shop must be open with a smile, what more with our business? You have to open your mouth to talk to people. Before you open your mouth, you have to smile, guys. And you must make it very comfortable to talk to anyone and everyone. You must be very comfortable to talk to anyone and everyone. Afternoon, Mohan, myself, and Chief Mohan, myself, and my wife were together. And then we met a lady. We said hi to her. We opened our mouth. I spoke to her. Then she gave the number. Then we are in friends now. That's how you must make yourself comfortable with anyone and everyone, guys. And people say, oh, no, I have to go to the top to do that. No, guys, if you don't start now, then you will never start. Be comfortable with people. All right. Now, power of one is power of self. There is, if you are waiting for someone to give you the power, someone to come and motivate you, someone would come and slap you or clap, do for you, then you are in the wrong place, guys, because this business is not for people like that. I always tell network marketing is not for ordinary people. It's for ordinary people who want to become extraordinary in life. It's for ordinary people who want to become extraordinary in life. The question is, do you want to remain ordinary or do you want to do something extraordinary? One song, just one song, made an ordinary lady into a super lady of the world. Mariah Carey. Just one book, Harry Potter, made an ordinary single mother to become even more richer than the Queen, more richer than Queen Elizabeth. Just one song away, just one book away. For you and me, one super life away. If you really see the right way, you can go big way with you guys. Just like how an idea came to, from the creator came to J.K. Rowling, an idea came to Mariah Carey, and then they took the chance and changed their life. You and I can do that. You may not have the talent to sing, you may not have the talent to write, but you have yourself as a talent. So all you need to do is realize the power of one, guys. Network marketing industry is not about realizing the power of other people, it's the power of one. It's not about leading other people, it's not about managing other people. Like what Dr. Ofori said, everybody got 24 hours. If you learn how to capitalize and maximize the 24 hours, someone will ask you, hey, how did you do that? How are you managing yourself? How come within ISO 24 hours, you're also having 24 hours? What are you doing? I am doing Super Life. Super Life, I'm leveraging on it. And because I leverage on the right way, today Super Life is helping me. If you want to know more, let's talk about it. So people come to you because they see you different. And that's what you need to do, guys. Power of one is power of self. So how do wellness is? Wellness must be a complete thing in all these areas of life. If you want to be financially free, first you must realize that you are a spiritual being. Do not confuse yourself with any religion when I say spiritual. Spiritual, my daughter bought a book, how to become spiritual without religion. You see, the word religion is a French word, religare. That means I use a part to religare. That means rejoin with myself to realize the spiritual energy that I am. So any part that you take, be comfortable with the part, be the best in the part. Don't expect other people to come and join the part if you yourself will not realize the part. For me, path means P-A-T-H. Providence, assistance to heart, not even to heaven. How can I reach heaven if I don't have reached my heart? So P-A-T-H means provident assistance to heart, to my heart first. What is heart? If I accept Super Life as the thing, then I must have firmly accepted in the heart. Firmly accepted in the heart is called faith. So if I take Super Life as my path to my heart, then I have to firmly accept it in the heart, not in my mind. Many people can keep Super Life in the mind, and then they look at all the logic aspect, but they're not getting the success because they are logical about Super Life, but they're not emotional about Super Life. So Super Life is a heartfelt business, not a mind-felt business, guys. So spiritual means I felt Super Life in my heart, and the spiritual energy behind Super Life, the spiritual energy behind me is connected together. And that's what we call a spirit. That's why it's got a spirit. Dr. Ofori has got spirit to become a doctor. Dr. Ofori has a spirit to talk to people to do what Super Life. Dr. Ofori has a spirit to lead his team. And that spirit is now taking care of him, guys. And the same spirit is inside you. Are we using it or are we wasting it? Next is emotional. One of the biggest problems of this world today now is misuse of emotional energy. The word emotion means energy in motion. energy in motion. And today people are misusing this energy in motion by threatening people, by using fear on people, and by using a guilty consciousness on themselves. When you are guilty about your life, success or prosperity will never come close to you. When you are in fear mode, success or prosperity will never come to you. Neither should you be fear of anybody. Neither should you be guilty for anything. Yesterday is dead and gone. Tomorrow is yet to come. All you and I have is the moment of now. Now is I have what I have. If I realize that, I'm one in life. How bad I was until yesterday, that's none of anybody's business. How good I'm going to be tomorrow, none of anybody's knowing. But how good I can be now, that's what I'm interested in. And that is what we call energy in motion. If you keep your energy in the past, you're going to repeat the same mistake today. If you're going to keep your energy in the future, you're not going to enjoy the moment of now. So neither the worry about a past or fear of future is going to hold you back, guys. It will definitely hold you back. So you have to enjoy the moment, clear your mind. Worry is like a rocking chair. It will make you do something, but it will never take you anywhere. Fear is false evidence appearing real. So don't fear, don't worry, just be in the moment of now. Okay, ETM, I call it ETM. If you want to go more to ATM, then be ETM. Enjoy the moment. Next is intellectual. All of us are intellectual people, guys. I was telling my friend this morning, what did Einstein say about intellectual? He said, if you ask the fish to swim, if you ask the fish to climb the tree, then it is intellectual to swim, not intellectual to climb the tree. If you ask the monkey to go and swim underwater for long, then you are doing the wrong thing. Intellectual means finding what you are good at and doing it the best you can. Each one of us are good in something, guys. Each one of us are fantastic in something. Some of us are very good in designing posters. Some of us are very good in organizing. Some of us are very good in speaking. And as a leader, my job is to find out what you are good at, and then identify that and bring the best out of you. And what Bob Proctor, my mentor, used to say, focus on your strength, manage your weakness, no matter how many weakness you have. Sometimes you might have 10 weakness, but maybe one strength. Focus on the strength, manage the weakness. As you focus on the strength will become more powerful and the weakness will go away. Very important. Now, physical. Like what Dr. Ofori said, physical is very important, guys. I take a lot of importance to physical. Yes, you might look that I'm working every time around that, but when I sleep, I sleep. My wife always says, if I put my head on my bed, I'm gone. I'm just sleep. I will sleep off. I don't have dreams. I don't have anything. Then I wake up within 4 hours or 4 to 5 hours. I'm up. And if I in a week I can take deep sleep so many times, also is good enough. Sometimes you need to take cat nap. So what you need to do is you must know your body. You must give your body that physical energy it needs, and you must make your body to move. If you don't make your body to move, the body becomes atrophy. Anything you don't use becomes atrophy, we call it. So very important, guys. Next is what? Social. You have to be social. You have to be active socially now. We are in social business. We need society to work with us. So how do you work with society? Society can be good, can be bad, can be ugly. Do not expect everyone to be good to you. Do not expect everyone to be bad to you. Do not expect everyone to be ugly to you. The same thing is be neutral when you're dealing with people. My system is very simple. I trust God. I love people. I don't do the reverse. I will give my 100% love to someone that I'm giving, and I don't worry about trust in the factor, because where there is love, trust is naturally there. But my trust is the Creator who created me. I'm 100% with the Creator. So when I surrendered my life to the Creator, I know the Creator will take me to the right person. Some people I have to burn. That means some people the guy does something bad for me or something ugly for me, for him to learn or for me to burn something in me. So I'm not worried about the person. And then some places I need to learn. Oh, this is how I have to handle this guy. Somebody like this comes in the future, I know how to handle. So some places I need to learn. Some places I need to earn. So only through people I can learn, burn, and earn, guys. Only through people I can learn, burn, and earn. And if you don't burn your past, you cannot fly higher. All right. So very important. Social is very, very important. No man is an island. We all have been sent to the school of earth for us to interact with other people so that we can grow faster and become a lighter energy. If you are going to do super life, you are going to sit in your house and sit in the cave without connecting with people and then worrying that, well, people will say, then you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, guys. This business, people's business, and you need people. People power is very important. So you work from home, you can learn from home, but you must connect from home, people, very important. Environmental, our environment is very, very important, guys. Today, a lot of things are being done without worrying about environment. In our business, environment counts first. I call it AAA. I was taught by one of the gurus, one of the business gurus of this industry, network marketing industry. The guy who gave us this system, learn, teach, and duplicate. His name is Rich DeVos. And he said, you must have AAA. Banks have got AAA. Do you have AAA for yourself? That means first you must change your atmosphere. If you are in an atmosphere where people are always talking about negativity, people are always complaining, then you have to change that atmosphere. People are they complain because they are common and plain. So they keep complaining. And if you are with that, you'll be common and you'll be plain. So you have to change the atmosphere. I remember my daughter was an average student up to a certain form. And when she came to that form, I don't know what happened to her. She changed her mindset. She wanted to concentrate on her studies. First thing she changed, I didn't teach her anything on that. She changed her environment first. She changed her friends. She looked for all the studious friends in the school. She became friends with them. And that year, she was a top in school. Because one environment change made her a different person. And same thing with us, guys. You have to change. And as you are growing in this business, if you are coming in the business as an ordinary person, you come in super package, you might go to leader, you might go to emerald, you must learn how to go higher and higher. The leader above should not be pulled down by leaders below because you're listening to a leader below. Because he's not up to there yet, you should help him, teach him to come up, not let him to pull down. Very important. If someone is too heavy pulling you down, let them go. Let them go because you cannot fly if the weight is pulling you down. Remember, a hot air balloon can only fly when the weights are left. So sometimes your leaders below you can pull you down. Let's let them go. Some will, some won't, so what, share more. And work 80% of your time, work with 20% of people who are working with you in your heart. That is my strategy. Because time is our essence. We cannot waste our time with the wrong people. So start it right, choose the right, and finish it right. All you need to do is you can share with as many people as possible. You need one person on the right and one person on the left. That one person can be the person who comes with you or can be anyone who comes in that line. There is no law that says that the person who starts with you must finish with you. For some reason, the person can go halfway. So for some reason, the person can slow down. That's his problem, not yours. Independent people working interdependently. So along the line, you must look for identify independent people and then raise them up, build them up. And we say in SLWC Global, under Dominator, we say reachable, teachable, and coachable. That means the person you are working with must be reachable in the heart and must be teachable in the mind and must be coachable as a self. If he doesn't have the three qualities, don't waste your time with them because there are so many people outside. There's 7 billion population. You just need 2 to run with you. Okay. So environment is very important, guys. If you take care of all this area, finance is something will come looking for you. Wealth is something will come looking for you. One of the worst thing people do is they don't change all the other thing. And then somebody is growing up, they get jealous, they get gossip, they do all the time. And then they say, they wonder, how come those guys are growing, we are not growing? And then they say, the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. No, guys, there's no such thing as the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. The rich have gone to an environment and then they're running around that environment. You don't want to do that. So we have to change, guys. This is God-sent opportunity. So wellness is expense beyond your health. Wellness is a state of mind. I don't want to go through all this. Dr. Ofori has said, spiritual wellness is developing a purpose in life. No point saying you're spiritual, but you don't have a purpose in life. A spiritual person who don't have a purpose is just like an ordinary person. So without purpose, doesn't mean anything, your spiritual energy. Okay? Then emotional wellness is very important, guys. Self-awareness, self-esteem, and optimism comes from self-image. The me I see, the me I be. Intellectual wellness. You have to, very, very important, critical and creative thinking belongs to everybody. Doesn't just belong to Dr. Maha, doesn't belong to anyone else. It belongs to everyone. But you're not allowing it to work for you. That's all. Physical wellness also belongs to everybody. adopting healthy living habits, visiting your doctor's regular basis, immunization, regular exercise, healthy eating habits, minimize risk behavior, such as smoking, drinking, and alcohol. Discover what healthy lifestyle habits is. You see, when I know that this is good, I do that. If I don't, it's not good, then why must we do that? Okay. Social wellness. Very, very important, guys. Don't spend your time talking about those people who are bringing yourself and others down. Don't waste your time on that. Remember, always remember this. Birds of the same feather will flock together. Birds of the same feather will flock together. If you want to go higher, then you have to go find with the bigger birds and fly with them. And that is your paramount duty. Something very important in this business is when you're a dominated team, when you are with all the team, never discount your work, never miscount your work. Never discount your work, don't miscount your work. Oh, you are with that team. I can give you a discount, come and join me. Don't ever do that, guys. For me, I raise everybody up. I build everybody up. Doesn't care left or right or what. But there are people who are doing this and I disagree to that. And then the other thing is, do not go and sell products cheap. That's a very, very wrong thing for you to do. Because there is a system, work with a system. Okay, let's do that seriously, guys. Okay, social wellness. Vocational wellness. For me, I enjoy network marketing business because that's my vocation. I take it my vocation. Just like Dr. Ofori has taken both as a vocation now. He's a multiverse. Being a doctor is his vocation. Enjoying network marketing is also his vocation. What is vocation? VOC is a Latin word which means calling. That means you realize that this is your calling in life. You have come here for this. I realized this at age of 22. And that, oh, I think I'm designed for this. When moment you realize that, your destiny is created. So we become destiny changers. This year in Dubai, that's what Mr. Ken stressed on, destiny changer. So find what you love to do and you work no more. Vocation and job, what is the difference is a job is a career that you go to because you're forced to go to, because you want the end of the month, the salary, so that your family can live. That is a job. Vocation is something that you have passion and you love to do, like J.K. Rowling, like everyone else. So to me, network marketing industry is my vocation. Superlife is a platform that gives me a joy to do this vocation. So I love what I do. When you love what you do, you're not in stress, guys. Very important. Okay. Then this is what wellness is all about. Being able to understand and cope with feelings. If I want to give you priority, I will give emotional energy. This era, this current era, to make money is one of the easiest thing to do. 8-year-old boy is making millions in YouTube. And a lot of people are going to do that, guys. So a 10-year-old boy created a digital braille for blind people. A lot of things that you're going to hear like this. And the millennials are going to be very young time to come because they're going to use not their mind, they're going to use artificial intelligence to work with them. And they're going to stimulate that to further end. And that's how I see in Superlife now, the young people are doing extremely well, simply because they are access to what they have in their hand, the smartphone technology. And they say the most powerful computer that can reach to the rich, even the poorest people, is a smartphone because it's the most powerful computer ever. So what do you need to do? Navarasa, we call it. Nava means 9. Rasa means emotion. Navaras, they called it in Matrix movies, Navaras. So you have 9 emotions that can either make you or break you. So please, guys, spend some time to go on Google and study about emotional intelligence. And you don't say you don't know, because it's all there in Google. Find out what's emotional intelligence. You don't need someone to come and teach you. You can read about it. EQ is more important than IQ now. SQ, EQ, then only IQ. For me, EQ is very important. If I cannot handle myself emotionally, I cannot handle my life promotionally. I repeat that. If I cannot handle my life emotionally, I cannot handle my life promotionally. So what I learned is I enjoy everything. Someone says bad on me, I enjoy it. For the moment, I get angry, but I don't carry the anger with me. I just let go the guy, forgive the guy, let them go. Because when I forgive, that means I'm giving back his energy to him. Some people say, I forgive the guy, but I never forget what he has done to me. And guys, that is the worst thing for you to do. You must forget and forgive. That means I forget. That means what I did, I got back my energy from him. So I won't think about him in my mind. Then I forgive. So I give you back your energy. I take back my energy. My relationship with you is neutralized. When I neutralize with the person, I don't even worry about that person. I don't even think about the person anymore. That person can be my own son. That person can be somebody outsider. That be my business partner. I will never put that person in my mind anymore. But the person is, I care, I give my love and compassion always in my heart. And that's how where I keep my mother. That's why I keep my father. That's why I keep the creator. I don't know how the creator looks, but it's always my heart. So guys, emotional energy is all about heart related. That's why Valentine's Day, love is all heart based. So success is heart based, guys, not mind based, not body based. So go into your heart, ask your question, go deeper in your heart, ask the question, and then you will get the answer for your success. And that's what I did. When I came to Super Life, that's what I did. And my wife was same coherence with me. So both of us able to ask the answer better. They say 2 hearts are better than 1. So when 2 hearts work better, it went even deeper. So guys, very important. Emotional energy is the key factor. Second factor is spiritual energy. Spiritual is not what you think spiritual is. Everything in the world is spiritual, guys. 369 is all about spiritual energy. The money you want is in spiritual form. The car you want is in spiritual form. The spouse you want is in spiritual form. Kadi, Madi, lady, car, house, and spouse is very easy to get nowadays. Because everywhere you have energy now, you're connected, you can get that easily. What you want to do, something significant, you want to go off with your heart in somebody's heart. And then that's where also that emotional comes. So we have 369 formula for that. So spiritual energy is growth of one sense of meaning of life. All of us have come at one point through the womb of our mother. Whether the mother is Nigerian, whether the mother is Ghanaian, whether the mother is Malaysian, doesn't really matter. Mother is a mother. Through the mother we came, through hers we are going to live. Through this body we are going to live. Mother gave us the body, and then we are going to live. When we came, people laugh. When we go, people cry. But whether people laugh or cry, if you don't do yourself very well, maybe you're going to go there and going to cry because you have not fulfilled what you came here for. And every time the question will be asked, have you done what you're supposed to do when you went down there? Then you will say, I took care of my mother, I took care of my father, I took care of my sisters, I took care of everybody in life. Then no, I want to ask you whether you found yourself there or not when you went down there. And guys, you can put the blame on everybody that you have not found your light, but when the flame goes back, the flame will be us. So blame game is a dumb game, and we are answerable. We are responsible for our own life. Every time you blow a candle during a birthday, it's reminding yourself that you're blowing one light energy away. So your light is very important to you guys. Find the light, and then your father, mother, brother, sister, family members, all those connected to you will have a better life. All right? So that is what spiritual is. Intellectual. Every one of us are intellectual people, guys. No one, the 70 of you who are sitting in this room now, all of us are intellectual. We just have to give time for our heart to allow the intellectual to work. And then proper eating habits, STC 30 in the morning will take care of that for you. One STC 30 in the morning can give you the trace minerals, whatever you need for you to be in balance. At 55, I took it. I became 18 years old. At 60 years old, I'm 18 plus 5, 23 years old. And that's what I feel, my energy. Now, social, creating positive relationship with others. You create positive, guys. Whether they create negative, that's none of your business. Everybody can find fault at the prime minister or the king, but that doesn't bother them. And I remember one book written by a guy outside of network marketing. He wrote a book about network marketing, Charles Polcon. He said, when people scorn at you, people laugh at you, just hold on to the hands of your loved one and say, the dogs bark, but the caravan moved on. The dogs bark, but the caravan moved on. And this is based on a story in Africa, where people, the gypsies, were moving from place to place, and they go from town to town. Suddenly the town becomes very lively because the gypsies will come with caravan, and they will dance and they will do everything. Then the dogs in the town will say, what happened? Suddenly they will bark at the caravans. And as the caravans moves on, until the caravans move on, they will not stop barking. People will do that for you guys. They will laugh at you. They will do everything to you. The dogs bark, but the caravan moved on. Hold on to your loved one and do that, guys. Very important. Work positively to everyone, but do not waste time with the negative people. Now, career, finding purpose and satisfaction in one word. Guys, the word career means, the warships that go from place to place, called a career. The bomber that carries the bomb to bomb people is called a career. You can either carry a career that can destroy people, or you can carry a career that can build people. And when you go up there, after your light finishes, your light is finished, then at least you can say, I've done my part, my career was good, I've done some good for people. At least one soul I've touched my life. When you touch one, you have touched many, guys. So Super Life is a wonderful career, and it will happen for you if you take care of all the other areas, like what Dr. Ofori said. Stress factor is nothing but carrying all this wellness factor. And as is that is wellness care first, guys. And wellness care is what our system gives. It gives you a good career. It gives you a good social to support people. You know why? Our career is all about helping society. The society wins, we win. And then it's all about having financial freedom. It's all about a physical freedom. It's all about community. So now we started about 5 years ago, just the 6 of us in Dominator. Today, Dominator is about 120,000. I have about 64,000. And this 4 or 5 of us changing lives globally, guys. And like that, Fusion team started in, Crown team started. And then we have RWA team here in Malaysia. We have a super team. So many teams started. Every team has got your own culture and all that. And everybody is doing something good for somebody, guys. So you are part of a very powerful family called Super Life family. And together we can. Together we are one. So let us rock, guys. Let us work together. Super Life is now going to the next level. Super Life is going to the next level. You will see this the right way. You can go big way with us. And we are giving you a chance to work from home now. And workplace being is today from home. I go out of my house, I'm limited. I stay at home, I'm limitless. Because I can do more things through my home than I do from outside. So let us make our home a powerful magnet to attract people, powerful magnet to learn, powerful magnet to do what we want to do, guys. So work from heart, work feeling happy, work from home. Power of one, power of self. Self-care habits, word patronizing, say no to everything that is stopping you from becoming you. Say no to everything that's stopping you from becoming you. Make positive lists, reflect on what you are grateful for. If you are in Super Life, please be grateful you are in Super Life, guys. Don't find fault in Super Life company. Don't find fault in Dominated team. Don't find fault in anything. If there is one person you have to find fault if you're not getting one thing, is that looking in the mirror. Next is inject humor. For me, humor is very important. I laugh it off. I laugh it off. I like to watch comedies a lot. Okay? Now, rest well. Yes, Dr. Ofori said rest well. When I'm working like this, I'm resting actually, because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Next is listen to music. I love to listen to music. The moment I finish here, I'll go to the TV or on the YouTube, I'll listen to music, because your cells will dance when they listen to music, guys. There's a saying by Scottish poet, you write the law, I write the music, and I will rule the world. And that's how powerful musics are, guys, okay? So eat well, STC30. After that, you want to eat for hunger and taste, up to you. Feast your eyes. Yes, guys, go and look at good things in life. Why must always you look at YouTube? You look at, you are looking at TikTok and WhatsApp, all the bad things. Look at good things in life, guys. If you have a home in front of your house, go and, first thing we get up in the morning, look at a green grass. That's what my mother taught me. Always open your eyes to something green. So always feel fresh. Then our next is look at the sun, because you get energy. So the plant will give you freshness. The sun will give you fire. All right. Then create something with your hands. Everything is within your hands, grip, guys. Create something yourself. Don't wait for others to do that for you. Get physical. It's all about I do, guys. The priest didn't say whether I can. The priest said I do. It's physical. Don't forget your sense of smell. Very, very important. I can smell success. I can smell leader. When I see one, I can smell whether the guy is a leader, or whether the guy is where I can tolerate, or whether I don't want to tolerate. I can smell. In our Malaysian culture, we call our rice nasi. Nasi in Sanskrit means nose. It's actually a taste of your nose will tell you the food you want to eat. Your nose power is more powerful than anything else, guys. Okay? Get help. If you're in problem, get help, guys. Don't be too smart. Ego means aging God out. Positive ego means expressing God out. Negative ego is aging God out. Positive ego is expressing God out. We all are here to express God out. Now, organize your environment. Learn something new. Connect with others. See, I don't care who I connect with, but I always want to connect with others. because I know if I connect with others, the one who created others will also take care of me. And I call that one who created others and taking care of me, I call mother. They call it universal mother. They call it natural mother. A mother is a mother is a mother is a mother. If my own physical mother can take care of me, how about a mother who created all this energy around the world? So call him a father, call him a mother, is totally up to you. Father and mother, I love you. Okay? That's what family means. We all are earth family, guys. We are citizens of the world. Let's love each other. Habits of highly productive people is they review what works, they recognize what don't work, they plan. When something is not working for me, I don't even bother to keep that in my mind. Whether there's a person, whether there's a business, I don't bother. I only work with what's working with me. And then I plan out every time. For me, planning is more important than working. So if I want to go to the next level, I plan it first. Then next is they anticipate obstacles and come with solution. So before a problem comes, you must anticipate a problem, guys. As a businessman, it's not about negative thinking. It's not about positive thinking. It's about possibility thinking. And you always must be possible first, and then to overcome the impossible. They write things down. This is very, very important, guys. My wife has got a black book. She writes everything down. So if I don't write, she writes. Okay, very important. They prioritize. Prioritizing is very important, guys. For me, if I'm in Superlife, that income comes from Superlife, that is my first priority. Everything else is a second priority. So I will do the most productive thing to make sure that income comes, because family, everyone is depending on it. And if you don't prioritize, don't blame anybody. Then they do one thing at a time. That's very important, guys. Many people want to do everything in the world, then expecting Superlife to pay that. Now, they set boundaries. I know where my boundary is when it comes to relationship with everybody. I don't go beyond that boundary. And if the person doesn't want to come within the boundary, then I don't want to go outside the boundary to work with them. Because you want to be boundless, we have to respect each other's boundary. And when your boundary is in my heart, then it becomes boundless always, guys. Then they automate and delegate. One of the first thing I learned from network marketing industry is from one of the most powerful speaker who doesn't speak much. I repeat this. One of the first thing I learned a lot from one of the greatest speaker who doesn't speak much. He was a planner for the company, and the company is now a $1 billion company, Fortune 500 company, a company called Amway. There were two people there. One guy is called Rich DeVos, is a fantastic speaker. He's the one I learned from to speak like this. The other guy, silent guy, but never speaks. But you never hear from him. And he made one cassette. Until today, I love the cassette. Delegate or stagnate. Delegate or stagnate. If I'm a leader, I must learn how to delegate my work to other people. And I have to trust those people can do the work like I'm doing. So 2 years, I worked very hard in SLWC Global System. And this year, beginning of last year, towards the mid, we had SLWC Gladiators who are doing the work very well. From Prakash Armugam to Darvina, to Ganesh, to Devraj, to Pavitra, so all of them, from Appon, all of these guys are contributing. And if you want to volunteer to contribute and do the same thing, you also can, guys. So learn, teach, and duplicate. Now, they ask important question. This is very, very, very important. When the guy is sitting in front of you, you don't ask the important question, then he won't feel important, then he won't bring out the money to buy the super. Because you're only thinking how to make the 350 from him. Then you want to discount anything to just get a sale. That is wrong attitude, guys. The important question you ask him will trigger his heart to make a decision on the spot. So fact finding is very important. So I call it tailor make. I'll ask a question. I say, tell me more about you so that I can tailor make something for you. Telling me more about you so that I can tailor make something for you. They develop keystone habits. Guys, if you want to become solid in business, you have to have a key and you have to become like a stone, keystone. Okay, keystone means something valuable, something that you really stick to. FTC is our Superlife Dominators, powerful paramount thing that we do, functions, training, and coaching. However busy I am, when Dominator is organizing something, I make sure I be there because that's my support to the system. And that is very important, guys. And people don't want to do that. They don't want to fly with the flagship, and then they don't want to fly with the mothership, and then they are expecting results to come from that. It will never work that way, guys. Everybody is important. They commit to continuous improvement. This is what I learned the first year in income tax department when I went to the academy. We call it Kaizen. Constant and never ending learning. That's what Kaizen in Japanese means. So guys, thank you so much for your time. Let's rock together. Let us work together. Supply products are all designed to keep our stress at level, because supply product keeps us neutral. Our STC30, the power is every product is neutral, guys. I repeat that. They call it placebo effect. Doctors have tried that. They just put water and put color in the water, and then they spoke about so highly about what they are giving them. People took that and they were cured. They call it placebo effect. Even STC30 is neutral because it's given by Mother Nature. But whether it's going to work for you or not, you must know the information coded in the system. That's why it's called product. Pro means a lot of information. Duck means string. That information, that 5 ingredients or 6 ingredients in STC30, the more you know about the ingredients, the more you want to take the product. I got a leader, Mr. Nathan, Triple Crown Diamond. He said, even if the mother wants to take, he asks the mother to sit down and he will explain to her every ingredient. He said, no point just giving her like that. And that is a fact, guys. If they take without knowing what they are taking, they won't value it. So very important, you must give them and must make them know what they are taking. Second is SEC, very, very powerful product. I was involved when they were creating the product, and I made sure that they had Amalaki. Amalaki is only found in Himalayas, and that one product is good enough to make SEC as a very powerful product. Then we have SIC. SIC, I don't have to say, Moringa is actually comes from an African word, Muruka. Muruka means complete. Muruka means complete being. And that is what Moringa can do for you. Then we have SNC. Today, people are committing suicide. People are going through a lot of problems, depression, stress, because the neuron system are going haywire. SNC will do that for you. So all these 4 products are powerful, guys. And then we have this coffee. I will always recommend you to get the coffee from the back office. Get this main product. Get the coffees from the repurchase mall, and then it will do wonders for you. Because these are the main product you need, and you have to take coffee together with that. So this is a new normal. If you want to come and join with Superlife, like what Dr. Ofori said, if you don't adapt, if you don't adopt, then you'll be abandoned. You'll be left behind. This system is going somewhere bigger than what you think. Aces go places. Aces go places. You have to find the ace in you. And the word peace comes from power energized by almighty cosmic energy. Ace means almighty cosmic energy. The energy is within you and around you. Find that energy through this system, and that energy will take care of everything for you. Dr. Maxwell Moss said in this book, Psycho-Cybernetic, do the thing, and the energy will do the thing for you. Super life is super. Over to you, Upon. You can wrap it up.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Maha. Such a wonderful presentation for sharing, and a combination of 2 doctors today give us so much of information and knowledge. As I mentioned earlier, that knowledge is not power, applied knowledge is power. Once we got this knowledge, go out there and apply it on the field. Because remember, we are spiritual being living in physical body. And Dr. Maha have mentioned just now is we become the whole man concept. We become balanced in ourselves so that we can go out and share with the people. We love ourselves, love what we do, and love the people that we serve. These are the glue that hold success together. Success is the progressive realization of worthy goals. Whatever goal that you set from the beginning of the year, we already gone that day, the workshop 90-day plan to go to Istanbul. I hope all of us to see each other in Istanbul next year. I pledge to myself that I'm going to hug my seafood, Dr. Maha, in Istanbul next year. All right. How many of you coming to Istanbul? All right. Okay. I hope all of you.
Before we go,
yeah,
we'll have a meeting. After meeting, we'll call a few people to come and share what they learned from Dr. Ofori, what they learned from whole thing.
All right.
And I just want to highlight to you all guys. Some people ask me a question, Dr. Maha, you say 90 days game plan to Istanbul. That means whether we can reach in 90 days. Guys, the 90-day game plan is for you to change you need knowledge. You know, when you want to get cash in life, then you need the 4 things in life, guys. You need knowledge. You need the right attitude. Then you need the skills. Then you need the habit. 90 days game plan is if you are new in this business, you have never done network marketing before, the first 30 days is not to learn about network marketing, it's not to learn about supply, it's to learn about you. What is your capacity and capability? What is the key factor that you have? Why did Superlife attract you? I always believe in this, that I didn't come to Superlife, Superlife pulled me into it. I always believe that. So be proud that Superlife chose you. The higher energy chose you to become part of this. So now, that is the first thing you must realize. You need to realize that you are chosen to do Superlife. And when you come with that kind of perspective, now if I'm chosen to become a doctor, if I'm chosen to become a lawyer, if I'm chosen to become an accountant, then I must take the role very seriously. Personal responsibility. I cannot say that my upline didn't do very well for me, that's why I didn't do well. If a doctor says that in the operation theater, I cannot go back to the theater actually again, because I will die on the theater. If a doctor says I didn't do well to you because my upline doctor didn't teach me this, then hangama ho gaya, in Hindi we say. So he has to take personal responsibility. That's what Dr. Ofori said. My father wanted me to become a medical doctor. I cannot see blood. If Dr. Ofori is there pulling me into that, I would have fainted. That I will definitely faint. So what I'm trying to say to you guys, you have to take personal responsibility for the role you're playing. And if you're coming in super package, you must understand you've bought a complete franchise. But are you completely here? You can be super package, but you're not completely here, the system won't help you. So the first 30 days in the 90-day game plan is, if you're new in the business, for you to find out who you are, what you are, and then for you to have the right knowledge, and then for you to have the right attitude, the skills, and the habit. Then you can even practice that immediately. As you're doing the book, if you can see all the books step by step will guide you. And if you're new in the system, the supply company says you just have to do Sapphire. Nick Lim did Sapphire within 60 days. Within 60 days, he did Sapphire. How? Instagram. He brought in 1,200 people. So there are people who are proven in our system, they can do Sapphire within 60 days. Whether you do 60 days or whether you do 90 days or whether you take 5 days, it's all a state of mind. So you can give you a chance, why not? I want to try it for 90 days. Nobody is going to take you into the prison, guys, because you are alive, you are independent of your life. So I want to ask a question now. How many of you sitting in this room are new? That means you have joined in Superlife on 1st of January 2022, and you want to come to Istanbul with us. If you say you are the one, then put the I do. Then I know how many of you. Just put I do. That means you have joined on January 2022, and you want to come with us to Istanbul next year. So, and you have time now, from now until next year, to become Sapphire. Okay, IDO. Okay, so somebody wrote that I do. Okay, let me put this because this is very important, guys. No point all the learning, and then you go back without understanding why you came here in the first place. All right. So can somebody do that for me? That means you're coming here for you have just joined Superlife now. Okay, I just joined last month. Okay, very good. I'm trying to put this all into so that everybody can see I do. Okay, new person. So guys, people like this, first thing you do, ask your person who sponsored you for our workbook, 90-day game plan workbook. And in that 90 days, you have certain things that you need to do. If you follow that certain things, then 90 days, you can even become a Sapphire. How do you be a Sapphire? You have to do 10,000 USD. First, learn how to do the 5,000 USD. There are two ways you can do the 5,000 USD. One way is if you can bring in 12 supers. How do you bring in 12 supers, guys? You list down the friends that you have who have money, and money is not an issue for them. There are a lot of friends that in our WhatsApp, in everything, who are in the high network, or maybe they're doing business. For them, that money that we're talking about is not a big money for them. And those people who are doing business, who are professionals, who are doctors, who are so many things, they have a lot of issues, health issues. So you can have all the testimonies in your hand, learn all about SCC30, be confident with all that, and then talk to them. I have a fantastic system, health management system that's helped a lot of people. And I know it can help you. It is only costing so little. And because for them, it's a big, small amount. Don't talk to the business about to them. That's what I did the first 2 months in Superlife. The first 2 months, I took time to talk to these people. So then I made 5,000 USD. How? If you bring in 10, say assuming 10, you get 350 SP. 350 times 10 is 3,500. If you bring in another 2, you do 4,200, 4,300. With all this sponsor bonus and all that, with all the pairing bonus, key-in bonus, all the bonus, you will make 5,000 USD, guys. So 12 is ideal number for you to start off with. And list that down and talk to the people. And that requirement, MAN, is they must have money or means. They must be approachable. President of the country has got the money. A rich man in this country may have the money, but am I approachable to him? If you're approachable, then go ahead. So approachable. Next is, once you already have, they got money, then you have approach, then you have to create a need for them. Not everybody has a need for what we are having. So either you identify a need or you create a need. We say every sales is actually a solution to a problem. Sometimes people don't know they have a problem. So you create a problem for them. And he said, you have this, if you don't do this, then this will happen to you. So that's how you get the 12 supers, guys. So once you have done the 12 super, you have done the 5,000. Next month, go back to these people who joined you or people for outside of you, another circle of friends who are looking for money, for desperate for this and that. He say, guys, I just joined this company. I didn't know that I can make money so fast. So what do you mean? I made 5,000 USD. Are you ridiculous to say that? He said, yes, I just made 5,000 USD. How did you do that? I just shared this wonderful product to people and 12 people bought that. I made 5,000 USD. Can I do that also? So then you bring in 2%, one on the left, one on the right, each making 5,000 USD. You'll make a 10,000 USD, guys. You see, that's how simple it is. Business is simple, made complex by people. Business is simple, made complex by people. So once you have this know-how and how now, then your why now will trigger for you and work for you. So this book, 90-Day Game Plan, will help you to both. You will learn about your why now, you will learn about the how now. And if you can take the 90 days very seriously, nobody have to teach you how to do this business, guys. Nobody has to teach you. That's how I create serious leaders and then work with those leaders. So 90-day game plan means first 90 days, either I do the Sapphire straight away and then be qualified for Istanbul immediately, or I learn and acquire the knowledge I need, the skills I need, and create the team and work with the team for the whole year. And then I do Ruby. Because if you have joined before 2022, that means we are joined up to 31st December 2021. You have to do Ruby, 25,000 USD. So you have got 1 year to do that, guys. How to eat an elephant? You break it down, break it down. So this book will help you to do that. The workbook will help you to do that. Mr. Apon has binded it and keeping it, from those days we used to teach them this and then they used to carry the workbook with them. Mr. Apon, you can show your workbook. And this is, the other day I asked one young gentleman to print it out for me and he did another fantastic thing. Young people today very smart. He did a QR code and then when we had the training, people downloaded the QR code and they printed themselves and they brought that book, guys. So the secret of dominated team is from day one is we had a system and we followed the system consistently and we created people globally. So the system is very simple. You join in our SOP and then you come for trainings like this weekly. And then you come once a month SIC training, Superstar Empowerment, where we'll guide you with this book, guide you how to use the RTS, Road to Success, how to use FTC, function training and coaching. All that will guide you and teach you. So if you are here in Malaysia, you'll get a physical training. If you're in other parts of the world, you get online through us. So if you do this Zoom and Room, you can come win with us, guys. Okay, Mr. Apon, you can show the book. So this is the workbook, guys. 90-day game plan, Road to Istanbul. Okay, go Istanbul, 90-day game plan. Okay, so let us have something big in our mind. Let us work towards that. And then whatever you learn today, whatever you keep on learning is going to help you to get there, guys. It's not how many people in this room. Whether a 60, 70 doesn't really matter. If one guy sees this the right way, you will bring in the 60 people. And we will have 10 guys bringing 60, we'll have 600, 700 people coming in, guys. That's how simple system is. So let's do that. And I'm going to call upon one person. I'll call upon Dr. Akbar to share his feeling. He's a Ruby Direct. He has never done this business before. He's a trainer, coach, and he's rocking in India, guys. Dr. Akbar, can you unmute and share? Sometimes it will be difficult. Let me see whether I have unmuted him or not.
Dr. Akbar Hussain, right?
Yeah. I made him a co-host. Dr. Akbar, you can unmute yourself. Sometimes they will be listening and then the line will be very difficult for them to unmute. Okay. If I don't get Dr. Akbar, then I'll get a lady's voice, the better choice for a while. Okay. Let me, first, I will get Mr. First, I get Mr. Jabu from London. So Jabu, you can share.
Super life is super.
Super life is super.
Thank you, Dr. Maha. Thank you, Dr. Ofori. That was brilliant. The times we're living in, it's stressful, as you said, with the pandemic and the other things. At the moment now, like in Europe, really, we've got energy prices, we've got this gas and electricity, and even the food, it's so expensive. Like you come in today, it's a different price. Tomorrow is a different price altogether. And that's causing a lot of stress to people. And I'm thankful that I managed to see Super Life, and I've got STC 30 that I take on a daily basis. So stress for me, it's not there. I'm not stressed at all. I'm so thankful about it. It's in the nuggets that he gave us. It's really so much. Even if I'm saying, as I'm saying that I'm not stressed at all, but what he gave me, it's something that I can take it to somebody, share it with somebody. As I'm sharing my business, I shared them about the stress, what I've learned today. It's been so brilliant. Thank you, Dr. Maha, for what you also told us today. All the charts, everything that you always put online on a daily basis. It's just brilliant. Super life is super. Thank you.
Super life is super. That is Jabu for you guys. And Jabu, how young are you, Jabu?
I'm 57 now.
When you told me the first time when I met you in Zoom, I was shocked. Okay. You look like a small youth, you're youthful energy. Okay. And you're doing this full-time or part-time?
Yeah, part-time at the moment.
Part-time at the moment. What are you doing? You share?
Well, at the moment, I'm a bus driver.
You see, guys, you know what I love about this man? Driving a bus is not easy. And he does that, and then he does this. Today he's driving the business to drive people globally. Okay? And very soon, you will have passengers who will love you. And now he said people are loving you, what you're doing. So keep doing, sir. Doesn't really matter what your profession is. But as long as you're loving what you're doing, it will take you globally. And I will meet you soon in London, guys. Okay? Super life is super. Avila Olepa is working now to get all the legality done. And we are going to rock. So I want you, Avila Olepa and Al Haji, everybody to combine. And let's rock the London chapter. Okay? So that is Abu Jabu for you guys. Super life is super. Okay?
Thank you.
Anyone else want to share before we go? One last this thing. Dr. Akbar, are you there? I think so. He's finding it difficult to sing. All right. Thank you, Jabu. And let me get another person. Miss Betty from Holland. Betty, you can share.
Super life.
Life is super.
Yeah. It's so amazing. We are so blessed because to doctor, we are really, really blessed. In fact, Dr. Ofori said, everyone goes through stress, no matter where you are, no matter who you are. But then, how you go about stress is very important because stress is inevitable. But then I have learned that whatever gives you stress, if you identify it, you can You can do something about it. So now I know that I don't have to go through stress. I have to get enough sleep because I sleep very late. So I have to know that no, sleeping too is part of reducing stress. And the fact is that if you're going through stress, you should look for someone whom you can trust and then, whom you can share with. Because if you go through stress and then you're all alone and maybe you lock yourself, you have a problem. Because last week, a friend of mine, the daughter called me, she's living in Germany. And then she told me that oh, she have a promise where she's coming over. And I said she should come. When she came, I saw that she was really in stress. She was really stressed out. And then later on, I talked to her, and she couldn't stand the stress that she was broken up with someone. So that I made her to sleep upstairs. Then the next morning, she came to me and told me that she will not kill herself. So can you imagine somebody's in your house and the person wants to kill herself? Can you imagine? I mean, what can you say to the police if the person killed herself? But then I talked with her, I prayed with her, and I told her she's so beautiful. She's not the only person going through this. We have all gone through this. But then she should love herself so much to know that that person who have rejected her doesn't deserve her. And lo and behold, she started eating because the first time she came down, and when she ate, she threw up. Everything was down, and she was swollen. And I talked with her. I said, "Look, do something. We are going through stress, and you know the cause, and we are going to do this together." And she has been eating all the time. And yesterday she said she's going to her apartment in Düsseldorf and she'll come back tomorrow. So people need people to talk to. So we should share love. We should talk to people because many people are going through a lot of things. Somebody may have the same thing, but take it differently. But she's a young girl, a beautiful girl, but because she couldn't stand it. But thank God that I gave her SC30, and she was very relaxed and she was able to sleep. This morning she told me that, oh, she went to her apartment, she was able to sleep and she'll come tomorrow. So I thank God that I've also learned something that I can also give someone. So Super Life, super. Thank you, Dr. Maha, for always giving us what? Good nuggets and always organizing all these things. Dr. Ofori, thank you so much for also giving us this, because being a doctor, this is normally not free, but you have lectured us and they're giving us all the nuggets. We have to what? Do something, learn ourselves, and learn and teach other people too. Super life is super. Thank you very much, Dr. Maha.
Super life is super.
Life is
The
super.
best thing that you can do for a doctor, for us, we are giving it, just spending our time to give it all free, is you go and help another person.
Yeah.
This is what we call pay it forward. If you all want to know how network marketing works, please watch this movie, Pay It Forward. It's one of the best movies to watch. How a young boy took his summer holiday work and made it very powerful. Pay it forward. And this industry is all about pay it forward, guys. You help another person first. Don't worry about yourself. The moment you find two people, I always tell people, first come with your why to do strong enough. I want to buy the house. I want to buy the car. Or I want to do this because I want to help people. I want to do charity. I want to do this and that. Whatever is that, it must come from your heart. Establish that. After that, you identify two people. The moment you get the two people, then just focus on what they want and help them to get what they want. Either through them or with them, you can find more people to help other people to get what they want. And you can get anything in life you want if you help enough other people get what they want. Guys, don't brand yourself who you're going to help. Don't brand that this team, that team, I'm going to help. And no, guys, if you help a soul and the soul is happy, doesn't matter where the soul belongs. See not the race. Be not in race. Embrace grace. And today the whole world is open for us. I love Zoom. Zoom has opened up my heart to embrace a lot of hearts globally. And that's what made all the difference. Okay, so prosperity is coming to all of us because we are embracing heart. And nice to hear that even yesterday, Betty was able to save a person. Through the coming together with us and the energy she had, she shared that energy to the other person. And we all have given the energy to Betty to embrace that soul and give love to the soul. And as Tati, with that love she gave, is able to bring that lady into one state of mind and bring her back into solace. The word solace means soul and ace. So solace is very important, guys. Find your ace and be a solace to others. Super life is super.
Life is
Let us
super.
wrap it up, guys. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Ma. Thank you, Dr. Ma. Thank you, guys. Okay, as I bring this session to landing, since we are in the selling, not selling the product, but selling the idea, I would like to quote this quotation from Frank Beja book, How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success in Selling. He said, gentlemen, after all the business of selling, narrow down to one thing, just one thing, seeing the people. Show me any man of ordinary ability who can go out and earnestly tell the story to 4 or 5 people every day. I can show you a man who can just help making good. Those days we said go out and see 4 or 5 people every day. But in this now, this technology, we say 4 or 5 Zoom every day. All right. To Istanbul. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let us unmute ourselves and say super life is super. Can we do that together?
Super live. Life is super.
Super
Thank you
life,
guys.
life is
Life,
super.
life is
Super
Super
life,
life is
is
super.
Life
super
is
life,
super.
Thank you, Dr.
Amazing.
Ma. Thank you, Dr. Fori.
Thank you.
Everybody,
Life is super.
You've done a
Life
good,
is
good job.
I
Well done.
love
super.
all of
Fori,
you.
thank you,
Ma
Dr.
Thank you.
Maha.
Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing.
Okay, super life.
It's super.
It's
Wonderful
super.
testimony from Mama
Wow.
Betty.
life is super.
Life is
Life is
super.
super. Thank
Super.
you. Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Love you guys. Super
I
life.
love
Life is
all of
super.
you. Thank you.
Bye.